Welcome back from that quick break. And like I said, I'll be taking you through what the national dailies are saying. And as usual, which is a tradition that we start with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, the Weekend Trust. And if at all you don't have one, grab yourself a copy so you can go through the bulk of stories that we have for you this morning. Well, you can see right there on the screen that 23 days after General Tsiga remains in captivity. Now, if you remember, it's exactly 23 days when the Bakori local government was, invaded by bandits, and 9, including the retired general, was abducted. And 23 days later, we are still yet to see or hear anything. And General Tsiga, retired, is still in captivity as bandits intensify attacks on Katsina communities, targets council chairmen and businessmen. Well, a lot of netizens have been saying this on social media that, we need to stop giving ransoms to the bandits. It seems like that's what is fueling the more abductions that they tend to carry out. But then at the same time, if we stop that, it's not going to help the situation because, at the end of the day, you try to come to terms with them when they put out ransoms to say, oh, we need so amount, and then you end up paying, and they still go ahead to kill the people that they have already abducted even after the ransom is being paid. So at this point, we have to look into the situation to know which way we need to go, in tackling this menace that has been eating deep into our communities and societies, especially communities where there are no security personnel or security men guiding those communities. So this is I'm throwing it out there for you, to see, like, should we continue to pay ransoms? Because even after ransoms, nothing is still, coming out at the end. For some, we're able to attain freedom, but some, they're still there in captivity, So you can find these details on page 4. Like I said earlier, Ramadan begins today as Sultan has already declared 1st March 2025 to be the first day of the Ramadan fast. Well, you can find details on page 25. Supreme Court stops Rivers allocation, recognizes pro-Wike lawmakers. We've seen this back and forth with this whole situation also with the Rivers, and now they are recognizing pro-Wike, right? So go through page 21 for more details. I know when you see the name Wike, you'll be wondering what is there, but a lot of people are also, supporting what he's doing. I was watching, interview today, and I was hearing some things which I'm not going to go deeper into it, but then go through page 21 for more details. Fuel scarcity looms as ban on 60,000-liter trucks takes effect today. Remember last week we talked about, should I say 2 weeks back, we talked about this, like if they should be banned, and a lot of Nigerians called to say yes, it should be banned because of the, frequent explosions of tanks, and there's the survey shows like, the 60,000 liters are the ones that usually cause a lot of explosions and then lots of lives and properties. So it's supposed to take effect today. I mean, a lot of things are supposed to take effect today, with the tankers banning today. And the tariff hike for the telecom was supposed to have been today until they decided to implement, even without the government putting it out there. So a lot of things actually. But then go through page 21 again for more details on that. And then you can see the pictorial there of Obasa, Tinubu, and Miranda, which we already know. I mean, it's on our radios, our TV stations, what has been going on. And Lagos Assembly crisis may jolt Tinubu's 2027 bid. I remember I said it when I started the conversation that a lot of netizens are saying it may hinder his, 2027 elections, if at all he's going to still campaign, which we know definitely it's going to happen. But then go through page 5 for more details. A lot is happening. We saw Obasa, storming the state assembly, and then his members actually rejected him, which is a sad one to see. And there was a rumor that Miranda also resigned, but then we're yet to see. A lot will definitely unfold as the day goes by. So do stay tuned for news to know what is going to happen. And then Natasha Akpabio trade words over sexual harassment claim. Now, also, this is one of the things I also spoke about, where she went to Arise, to also give her own take on what has been happening and why she had to sue him also for 100 million or billion, 100 million charges, if at all, in damages for defamation, which she claimed some of the senates, which the women haven't said anything, and there are just 4 of them in the Senate. And Senator Ireti went to Arise also yesterday to counter some of the things that Senator Natasha said. You can find details on page 21. Page 21 seems to have a lot of stories for you to feed on this morning. Then we move on to President signs for 54.9 trillion 2025 budget. Yes, it was submitted, then it was revisited, and then it was increased, and now it has been signed. And then let's wait and see what happens with this budget, because the 2024 budget is still being implemented. It hasn't been completed yet, right? So go through page 25 for more details on this weekend trust, and this is the much that is there. I mean, you have a lot to take you through, the week. And then let's move on to Guardian this morning quickly. Guardian, the major story there says confusion, controversy beclouds selections of Admiralty at universities' vice chancellors. Well, I don't know. I have a lot to say on this, but then it's better if you go through the story to know, because everyone's opinion would differ, right? So go through page 35 for more details. But then the writer says pro-chancellors, registrars announce different vice chancellors. Nothing like most qualified candidate after shortlisting, says registrar. So you can see that a lot is actually there packed for you. Go through page 35 for more details. Jibrin Kyari applauds Senator Mustafa for promoting Tinubu's agriculture food security agenda. I mean, it's one of the taxes. As far as they are in office, they have to promote the agenda, right? So go through page 2 for more details. And food security is one thing that we have been talking about, and crying. Nigerians are crying. And now, because of the Ramadan, we've seen the Sultan and other imams asking the, marketers to reduce prices of commodities and what have you. So people will be able to afford good meal, good food as we commence the Ramadan. So go through page 2 for more details. Akpabio Natasha face of goes dirty as allegations of harassment emerges. Yeah. I mean, all the front pages seems to have the story. Go through page 3 for more details. Sultan declares today commencement of Ramadan fast. Definitely, you can go through page 45 for more details. As Nigeria's democracy has lost its majesty. Well, I mean, this is one thing that we have always been saying. Democracy is what we always live for, right? Democracy is supposed to be one thing that the people have a say, because it's for the people, by the people, and it's something that we need to take seriously at this point. But go through page 2 for more details on that. And then above we see the local government autonomy, why local government councils must breathe. We are coming back to this. I just remembered when the Tinubu said, "Let the poor breathe." Now, yes, local government autonomy is still back and forth on that also, and a lot of netizens are asking why hasn't it been implemented also. So go through page 8 and 9 for more details. Wike Fubara react as Supreme Court invalidates Rivers local government elections. I read that earlier already, but then you can go through page 2 for more details on the Guardian this morning. Now let's quickly move on to Saturday Tribune. Supreme Court stops allocation to Rivers, sacks local government chairman. Again, it's what has been going on, with the elections, even though definitely they will come to terms, and the conflict will be resolved eventually, and then whoever is going to be they are going to assign as local government chairman would definitely be assigned. Go through page 4 for more details. And then we see Mustafa Kwara senator empowers constituents. You can find that details on page 6. He is promoting Tinubu's renewed agenda, like I read earlier. We'll go through page 16 for more details. Ramadan begins today after moon sighted. Find details on page 9. Lagos crisis. Obasa is doing drama. This is coming from Miranda. Sometimes, drama actually puts you on the spotlight, right? So you have to be dramatic sometimes to gain attention that you want or you think you deserve. So it's allowed. Freedom of expression, right? So I'll go through page 4. 36 members may reconvene House on Monday. Still on the Lagos crisis. Find details on page 4. Disquiet as 3 northern states shut schools for Ramadan fast. Well, I mean, the hunger is there. Transportation is one thing also. So if I think this is, I feel I will commend the schools for shutting down until after fasting. So those that are allowed, that have reached the age to fast, will be able to fast at home, and they won't have to stress thinking of books or lectures and what have you, and they will be focusing on their fast. Well, this is a good one. Go through page 9 for more details. Natasha Akpabio's rift guest messier. Yes, already is actually getting messier, because she spoke a lot yesterday. And I personally understand her emotions, even though she was called so many names. Akpabio wanted to sleep with me, she said. And then she is a liar, Akpabio's wife reacts. And then we have Senator Ireti also saying she does not follow the Senate rules. I mean, this is what almost all the senators are saying, that she doesn't follow the rules. And for every institution or there's a rule that you have to follow, and that applies to everyone. And a lot of senators also came out to talk about how some of the senators' seats were changed. Nedwoko is one of them, and a couple of senators that they mentioned, and they didn't say anything, right? But then she was saying she should have been informed, and it's not the first time that her seat was changed and what have you. So Senator Ireti also came out to speak her own, say her own side of the story when her name was mentioned, which I'll definitely take you through that later. Well, this is the much that there is on Saturday Tribune this morning. Now let's take a look at the Punch, Saturday Punch this morning. Also, the major story is the Lagos Speaker battle shifts to court as Assembly. Obasa phase of defies resolution. Well, the writer says lawyers clash in court, GAC loses control, security operatives take over Assembly. Like I said, we saw a video of Obasa storming the State House Assembly, and so they had to find a way to, I think, take him out. And then some of the members also came out to say, oh, he can't just come and just declare himself or say he's this and that, and then the whole saga. So go through page 4 for more details. And then we see real reason I abandoned 16-year priesthood to become native doctor. This is coming from an ex-Catholic priest. Well, I have little or no say to this story, because I've seen the Anambra governor, Solodu, coming out to say that they should be banned, and they came out to protest in their numbers. And some netizens also reacted to what has government has to do with native doctors. And then they talked about the ritual killings that some of the native doctors actually push some of the Nigerian youths into, because the youths are the ones that are always participating in that, more of youths in that. So, well, I'm sure a lot of people want to see this, go through this story. Go through page 2 for more details. And deadly meal, how mischievous drug user lays friend's food with marijuana. Well, I don't know what the intention is behind this, but then go through page 20 and 21 for more details. Tinubu Sultan seeks prayer as Ramadan begins today. Go through page 3 for more details. President approves 54.99 trillion 2025 budget hails government's progress. Yes, they are proud of their their reforms and their policies that it's working. So definitely they have to hail the government's progress. Go through page 9 for more details. And then reinstated lawmakers. Wike's camp mocked Fubara over judgment. Cancelled local government poll. Minister tackles government holds Thanksgiving service. I miss everything. I mean, I don't know why Wike and Fubara. I think at this point, you people should just come to a conclusion and resolve this issue, so that we can have a better Nigeria. I beg. I'm just begging. So, but go through page 8 for more details, and then we have the Burna Boy story, which definitely would look into much later on our what is trending. Well, the rumor between him and his ex-lover, taking over the social media platforms. I mean, for throughout yesterday, I could see that a lot has been going on. And then wife defends Akpabio after Natasha accuses Senate President of harassment. Well, definitely, wives will always stand by their husbands. I've seen the ones that do bad, and the wives will say, "Oh no, he's not bad." Even when you see women are being beaten, you still see them say, "Oh, their husbands are not bad; they are good." No one will want to wash their dirty lineages outside, right? So definitely, you can go through page 4 for more details on that. I mean, all the front pages has given you a lot. And some stories you may find on Daily Trust, you may not find on Punch and the rest. So go through all of it, pick the stories that you feel resonates with you, and go through it. But then definitely, and this is one thing that we always want to give to you out there, give you information that you can actually feed on for the rest of the week before Monday has also some things that will definitely unfold for you to also feed on. Well, this is the much that we have for the newspaper review this morning. Let's go on a quick break, and when we return, it's time for us to look into the electricity tariff plans that the federal government is still trying to see how they can manage or balance the Ban A, Ban B, and Ban C tariff. Let's go on a quick break, and when we return, we go into this discussion fully after this break.